Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide inspiration, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. And we have a bunch of people on hold this evening. So let's just go right to the phones. And our first caller is Lizette. Hi, Lizette.
Hi, how are you today, Julie?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm as good as I can be given recent circumstances, I suppose.
Oh, please tell everybody where you're located.
I am located in Miami, Florida.
All right. Miami. And do you have a question for me? Sounds like you've got some stuff going on, girl.
I do. I recently lost my father. It has been a little over a couple weeks now, and it was it's been very difficult, to say the least.
Was it a surprise or was he sick, Lizette?
It was a surprise.
There's
no explanation for why or how. It just happened. It was sudden and unexpected, and it's just.
Did he have a heart attack or something? What happened?
There's no explanation. I've been told the medical report won't be back for 2 to 4 months. So my big question is, why did he die?
Wow.
I just
2 to
don't
4
have
months.
Any kind
Why has that taken so long? Did they tell you?
No, there's no explanation for why it takes so long. I've just been told that that's how long we have to wait for it. And it's just been a nightmare because nobody expected it. So completely side-railed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, how may I help you this evening?
Well, my big question really is how did he die? Why did he die? I feel a very big, it's just a big question mark. And I mean, I spoke to him a couple days before, and I just really can't wrap my head around how this is our reality now.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Okay. Well, he's standing next to you on your right. I went ahead and connected to you energetically from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama, to you in Miami, Florida. And how that works is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly simply because the body has mass. So I raised my vibrational level. I connected my spirit to your spirit, and your dad is standing to your right. So let's ask him some questions. What I got right off the top was heart attack, and then he said it again, that he had a heart attack. Was he home? Was he in bed? Where was he?
He was sleeping.
He was sleeping. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I got a heart attack is what I am being told that he died from. But let's ask him. What was his name, Lizette?
His name was Jose.
Jose. Okay.
Rubio.
Jose, what did you die from? Heart attack. So that's the third time I've gotten it. So that's what I'm getting. Yeah.
I just, I guess that makes sense. I mean, he had high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not, it was just very sudden. I wonder if he is in peace right now.
He's in heaven. Honey, he's in heaven. It doesn't get any better than where he is. Yeah, absolutely. So, the thing I want you to remember is we all decide when we go, where we go, who's with us when we go, and what the circumstances are. So he chose to go that way. He chose to die in his sleep. And he's saying it was easy. It was painless. He says he's around you and the rest of the family all the time. He says, so is your mom still living, Lizette?
Yes.
Yeah, he says, tell your mother I love her. Tell your mother I love her.
No. they were not together at all. And I
But
actually
tell your mother I love her is what he said. And remember, spirits are pure love. Any kind of conflict or personality traits stay with the body when somebody dies. So he said, tell your mother I love her. He said it twice. So there you go. Well, one thing I want you to remember, and then I'm going to need to go to another caller, is think of the waves of the ocean as you're going through this grief. You know, the ocean's calm, and then the wave comes crashing in with a lot of force, and then it recedes. And grief is that way. You're calm. You'll feel grief. It'll come on. It'll be very intense. And then just picture waves of the ocean. It's going to recede. And then over time, it's going to get easier. But when you're in the throes of it, just keep picturing the waves of the ocean and you'll get through it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Take care. Oh, one more thing, Lizette. Have you read my book yet, Angelic Attendance?
No, I have not.
All right. Get a copy of it, and it will explain a lot, and it will give you a lot of comfort. Angelic Attendance. If you just go on AskJulieRyan.com, you'll see the link. You can get it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or anywhere. Okay. Hang in there.
Perfect.
Take care.
Thank you so very much.
You bet. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see who our next caller is. I believe it's Anne. Let me get to Anne here. Hi, Anne.
Hi there, Julie.
How are you?
I am kind of perplexed, hence the call.
Oh,
I'm calling
please
from
tell everybody
Ottawa,
where you're located.
in Canada.
Canada.
Yeah,
Where are you in
Ottawa,
Canada?
Canada.
Ottawa. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The capital.
What has you perplexed, my girl?
Yes. Well, I knew I had glaucoma in my right eye. Went to see my eye doctor, and he tells me that I've now got it in the left, and my pressure has doubled in 6 months. So I'm kind of worried and perplexed that what changed in the 6 months. And it's also something I watched my dad struggle with and end up going almost blind. So as you can imagine, I really would prefer that my eyes stay nice and healthy.
Sure. Yeah, sure. All right. Let me get you on my radar, Anne, and let's see what's going on with your eye. Are they talking about doing that laser surgery on your eyes or?
Well, I've got a consult into a specialist, but that could take a month or two. I've got some new drops, and I have to go back to my eye doctor in about 2 or 3 weeks' time to see if the pressure has gone down again. I have no idea why it doubled. Anyway, that's what has me confused.
Okay. Are you diabetic? Type 2 diabetic?
No.
Are you insulin resistant?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I don't take any medication.
Okay. Well, pay attention to what you're eating. Try and stay low on the food chain. If God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it. And see if that makes a difference with your pressure, because a lot of the clients that I know, including my own father, when he was alive, he had glaucoma as well, but he was a type 2 diabetic. And I see that a lot. And even before it shows up on the tests, you can be insulin resistant. So anyways, let me get you on my radar and let's see what's going on. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading up to you in Canada. It's a long way.
Yay.
All right.
It is.
All right. Got you going in. Okay. What I'm watching is that energetic procedure that emulates what they do, what the ophthalmologists, what the eye surgeons do. And they use a laser and they just put little teeny holes in the eyeball itself and it relieves the pressure. And that's what I'm watching happen. It's happening on the right eye right now. And then I'm going to, the right eye looks worse to me than the left eye. Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Or is the, yeah. Okay.
No, the right one has been, I guess, for the past 10 years.
Okay. That one looks worse.
The left one.
The left one's the new one. Okay. That would make sense because the energy always goes in where it's most needed first. And so it went to your right eye first. So we watched the procedure there. Let's go to the left eye. Okay, there's more little laser holes happening in the right eye than the left eye. All right, there's a few going into the left eye. And your blood pressure's fine?
Yeah, I'm otherwise pretty healthy. I was expecting just to go in, do the tests, and it's been great. He's been really happy with it. So I was really stunned, if you can imagine, at being told that it had doubled in 6 months. So I wasn't sure why.
What I'm doing is I'm looking at your vascular system behind your eyeball. And on the right side, behind your eyeball, on the right side, it's being tunneled, your blood supply. And I'm going to do the other eye during the break. So thanks for calling in, Ann. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go to the phones again. And our next caller, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
I think there might be. Okay.
Sarah, 646 area code.
Oh, yes. Hi. I know there are two Sarahs on the call. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Great. How are you doing? Good.
I'm wonderful.
Please tell everyone where you're located. Where are you located?
I'm located I'm from New York City, and I'm right now in the heart of the Amish country in New Holland, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, terrific.
This is a town with a lot of Amish and Mennonites and farm country.
Yeah. I grew up in central Ohio in Columbus, and there are a lot of Amish in northern Ohio as well. So I remember as a kid, especially seeing them in their horse and buggy, a lot of them.
Yes.
And and they make amazing baked goods. I remember that
Shoe fly
too.
Pie.
Shoe fly pie, baby. That's right. And jams and jellies and stuff too, right? That they sell.
Tons of jams, yeah.
Yeah.
And whoopie pies, yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, good. Do you have a question for me?
I sure do. And I just want to let the callers know that it's so amazing how I found you, and it was through divine mystical synchronicity that I met Pamela during a photo shoot yesterday. And one thing led to another, and we started talking about my mother, Connie. She's 83. She's suffering so much pain from 4-stage uterine cancer. It has metastasized to 5 different organs. And I've come here to Pennsylvania to be with her. And thank God I met Pamela, because I have angel attendants here with me. And I thought that I would read it to my mother while I was here, and just feel so blessed that everything's sort of coming together in this way. But I'm calling you tonight to ask you if you have any angel messages for my mother. We're not sure. I just want her to be at peace. She's in so much pain.
No.
Her spirit doesn't want to die, but her body it's defying her, you know. And I just want to make sure that I, as her daughter, am doing all the right things and walking her to the edge. So, so she knows she's not alone.
Yeah. Is she coherent, Sarah? Can she talk?
Yes, she is.
At this stage?
Yes, she can. Yes,
and is hospice involved? Is she medicated?
Well, believe it or not, and it's very strange, but she's taking Tylenol. And she was supposed to get treatment, and she actually was on her way to the center today and had to turn around. She got very sick in the car. And so my whole thing is I'm hoping to God that they're going to stop the treatment and bring in hospice. But she wants to continue. She's wanting the radiation. You know, she's wanting to shrink her tumors. And I don't know what to do for her.
Okay. Let me get her on my radar, and we'll see what's going on. I'm going to connect to you up in Amish country in Pennsylvania, and then from you to your mama, Connie.
Wonderful.
So here we go.
Thank you.
Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama. I always say that. What a great song. By the way, when you go to an Alabama football game, they play that song and the whole 100,000 people goes nuts in the stadium, which is true. Plus, I love that movie too with Reese Witherspoon and all those guys. Okay, got you. Got your mom. All right. Your mom is in phase 8 of the 12 phases of transition. What those are, Sarah, and you've got Angelic Attendance, my book. I can't believe Pamela had a copy of my book. Pamela is a mutual friend of ours, everybody. And Pamela had my book with her and she gave it to you?
Well, it's one thing led to another and I was able to get it. And And so I just can't wait to read it because she was telling me about the 12 steps and she said it's sort of imperative that you share it with your mother. So it's just crazy how it all transpired, but she speaks so highly of you and so highly of this book. And she said, this book is going to help a lot of when you read it to people before they pass, this is going to help them so deeply. So what I'm excited. My mother and I are not that close as far as this kind of conversation. She's afraid of my belief system in many ways. So, I've talked to her about things that she can't see or understand many, many times. And she seems to not be very interested in that. And so I'm just wanting to give her the gift of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without scaring her or.
And that's the thing is that people are afraid to die. And that's what my book's about, is how we're surrounded by angels and deceased loved ones and the spirits of deceased pets. So people are afraid to die. And whether they're religious or not, even some of the most religious people are afraid to die. And when they know that they're surrounded by angels, we can do that. What I'd like to do, Sarah, is do an exercise with her that I call the Walk to Heaven. And it's a dress rehearsal for what's going to happen when she actually dies. So I've taken her spirit, detached it, disattached. I don't even know if that's a word. Detached it from the top of her head because the spirit hangs on to the head like a bubble configuration. My spirit's out of my body. We're walking through the sand into the setting sun. And we walk into the setting sun and there's a wormhole there, like they talk about in outer space, between galaxies. And we walk into the wormhole and then we're pulled. There's a gravitational pull that pulls us forward. And then when we get through the wormhole, we just got through the wormhole, we're at the pearly gates. And they look like a big plasma wall to me, bright yellow and white. Is that what it really looks like? Who knows? That's what it looks like to me. I've never seen St. Peter outside with a clipboard saying, okay, you can come in, you can't. I've never seen that happen. But so we walk through the plasma wall and her deceased loved ones, spirits are waiting for her on the other side of the plasma wall. And so then we're going to turn around, go back through the black hole, go back through the setting sun, go back through the desert, and I'm reattaching her spirit to her body and my spirit's going back in mine. So we're going to need to take a quick break, but Sarah, that should help her feel better. And hang in there, girl. Look for the miracles along the way. They'll be plentiful. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back. Okay, let's go back to the phones. And our next caller's Kelvin. Hi, Kelvin.
Hi. How are you, Julie?
How are you, sir?
Doing okay.
Terrific. Please tell everybody where you're located.
I'm in Charleston, West Virginia.
Charleston. Wonderful. All right. Well, you got a question for me?
Well, just wondering if you could tell me anything about my health. Haven't kind of been feeling deteriorating for the last, 6 months. Seems to be accelerating, getting worse. Weakness, muscle loss, seems like, and just haven't been able to get to a doctor, and wondering if you could see anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me get you on my radar, and let's see what comes up. Have you changed houses or anything different in the last 6 months other than you're feeling weaker?
No, I've changed. I'm here in West Virginia working, so I've been up here since last summer.
Mm-hmm. So are you in a hotel? Are you renting an apartment, or what are you doing?
Renting an apartment.
Okay. All right. And what kind of work do you do?
It's construction management.
Okay. You're not in the coal mines. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay, let's be sure you're not in the coal mines or something like that. Okay. So got you shooting energy. Well, that's why I was led to ask you. You're being exposed to something. What kind of construction project are you on? You look like you have coal dust in you. It's kind of a black, like, dust particle thing going on with you. I have seen that before. Actually, I talk about it in my book. There was a woman who was having surgery, and I was checking in during her surgery with her and talking with her husband via phone and in San Francisco. And there were these spirits in the operating room, and they looked like they were covered in soot. And I said, they look like chimney sweeps or something. And he said, well, 4 generations of her family were coal miners in West Virginia. And I said, well, there you go. And it was coal dust. You have coal dust on you. So I'm removing it. What are you being exposed to?
I'm not sure. I mean,
something.
Working now is basically it's new construction, but of course it's around a industrial area. And then this apartment that does have sometimes a strange odor in the kitchen, so maybe there's mold
or exactly. So I'm removing that. You've got heavy metal toxicity too, and sometimes I'll see that with mold. It's just it's a dark powdery thing that you're being exposed to, Calvin. So go online and find glutathione, GLUTATHIONE. You can get it in Whole Foods. You can get it on Amazon, places like that, at the drugstore. The brand that I like is Bulletproof. And you want to start taking that because it's a detoxifier. That's number one. The other thing is eat cruciferous vegetables every day. I want you to eat your broccoli. I sound like your mother, but eat broccoli, eat cauliflower, eat stuff like that. That's going to help your body detox.
Okay.
From that.
I like both of those vegetables, so that'll be easy.
Yeah, terrific. Well, try and eat them daily. And try at least broccoli. Broccoli especially is really good for detoxing. But I would add the glutathione. Get some of that. And that's going to help detox. And so what I've done while we've been talking, because, I can because I'm a girl, because I can multitask. It's a female species superpower we have that we can multitask. So I've been clearing it out of your system while we've been chatting. So I hope that makes you feel better. That's what's going on, I believe.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. You bet. Thanks for calling. Take care. Bye. All right. Let's see who's next. Let's go to Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
How are you, girl? I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
Please tell everybody where you're located.
Quilcene, Washington State, on the Olympic Peninsula.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, you got a question for me?
I'm not sure what the question is. I had a scan recently, and they saw some things they're concerned about, and they want to do another scan. And so, I don't know, maybe you can just check in with me and see what's up.
Yes,
I'm just
please.
Trying to get on with my life and my work with my horses, and it's like, okay, come on already.
Yeah, please tell everybody why you're getting scanned.
Because I have lung cancer that's metastasized to my brain, and so I get lots of scans and lots of stuff. And generally, I've been doing pretty good.
Okay. Where did they see the new stuff, Lisa, in your lung? My energy went to your left lung.
It was a scan of my C-spine, so it was a lymph node and somewhere near my thyroid.
Okay.
Some kind of mass near my thyroid.
I'm in your left lung, and I can see the outline of where the tumor. There's a tumor, especially, and I know you have several in your left lung, but they're looking white. They don't look. They're healing. They don't look malignant anymore. They're
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You're a miracle, girl. Cancer to me, Lisa and everybody, looks like black tar that they use when they pave a street, when they're laying new asphalt down. And I can see where the tumor is, but it's white. It's not black anymore. Whoa, that's amazing. You go, girl. Okay, let me look at the right lung. Same thing there. There's a little spot on one of the tumors on the right lung. Let me encapsulate it and take it off and remove it. All right, let's look at your head. Well, let's look at the areas that are bothered. You got your tumors in your head are turning white too. Oh my goodness, how exciting!
I've been doing a lot of work with the angels in white light every night.
Yeah, it's working. Okay, so lymph node underneath your left arm is where I'm seeing one that looks a few that look a little suspicious. Let me do a lymph cleanse, lymph irrigation, lymph fluid. Lisa and everybody looks like the fluid inside those old lava lamps. Do you remember those from the 70s, 60s, and 70s?
Sure
it looks
do.
like that globby stuff inside a lava lamp, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm irrigating that out. All right. Thyroid. Thyroid just looks like it's asleep. Let me crank it up and get that going. So it's coming back online, turning pink. Okay, so let's do the DNA healing really fast. That's when strands of DNA come out that have mutated. Let's see. So we're just giving you like a tune-up here real fast.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. 2 strands of DNA have come out. They look like pieces of paper you find inside a fortune cookie with a fortune written on them. And I'm watching the letters that represent the nucleic acids in the DNA, which are 4, A, T, C, and G. I'm watching them get resequenced. They're already snapped back into the X chromosome that's come out of your body. When we do the DNA healing the first time, there are usually 7 or more strands that come out. And then as we go back and we give it a tune-up, it happens fast. We just stay 3 steps ahead of the mutating cells. So I think you look amazing. Amazing.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julie.
How do you feel?
Love you. Some days are good and some days, I don't know, I'm a little shaky. My muscles aren't as strong as they normally are. I'm also coming off of a sleep med, which I'm almost done and I can't wait because I think that's affecting me too.
What kind of med?
It's for sleep, lorazepam.
Oh, sleep.
I'm down to 3/4 of a milligram.
Okay.
At night.
All right.
1. Yeah.
And it just kind of knocks you out?
Well, yeah, at that low dose, it doesn't really knock me out, but I'm getting off of it, so
yeah,
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, it did knock me out when I took 2 milligrams, and I needed it when I was on steroids, but now I don't, so.
Okay. All right. And tell everybody what you do with your horses real quickly.
I partner with my horses doing Gestalt therapy in the field and for healing for people, emotional and physical and just all around healing. And it's awesome and powerful. And I just want to be well enough to do it again. That's my passion and mission, and spend more time with my grandsons.
She sent me a video, you guys, and it was of this horse that went up to her. You were in the, I don't know, what do you call it? The corral or
paddock. The
paddock, the field.
Farm. Yeah.
What's the horsey term for that? And this horse nuzzled up next to her chest and removed her jacket didn't he unbutton your shirt or something? Or he opened your shirt?
He was unzipping my coat, and he was taking the stuff 3 times. And he was healing my chest and my head and my lungs. And he's a gypsy banner, and They love to do healing work.
It was fascinating to watch that. Holy Moses. I mean, this horse went right to where her cancer was and was doing a healing on her. So it was remarkable. Well, congratulations. You're a miracle girl. Keep on keeping on. You're doing it perfectly. So thanks for calling in, Lisa.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll see who's next and see what their question is. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan show, so stay with us. Okay, let's go back to the phones and our next caller's Jill. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
Hi, Jill. How are you?
Hi. I'm okay. How are you?
Terrific. Thanks. Where are you located?
Brentwood, California.
Oh, yeah. I know that well. Right next to Santa Monica and the Palisades and all that.
That's the OJ Brentwood. We're northern. We're 40 miles east of San Francisco. We're a little town, corn town.
Oh, that's the LA Brentwood I'm thinking of. There's another Brentwood in California?
Yeah, it's in between Sacramento and San Francisco.
How interesting.
Little suburb. Yeah.
Wow. Well, there you go. Well, welcome. How may I help you this evening?
Thank you. My son passed a little bit over a month ago.
Oh.
And I miss him dearly. And I want to know if he's given us signs and if he's okay. And if you give us more signs and if this is really what he wanted.
Okay. What's his name, Jill?
DJ.
DJ. All right. DJ is standing right next to you. To your right. How old was he?
35.
Okay. Was he sick?
No, not that we know of. He took something. He committed suicide. He took something, but like your other caller said, we won't get the toxology report for 2 to 4 months.
Okay. All right. So do you have some questions for him? Let's see what he has to say if you want to talk with him.
I just want to know if he's sending us signs and if this is what he wanted.
Well, yeah, it's what he wanted because as you may have heard earlier, we all decide when we go, where we go, how we go, and who's with us when we go. So absolutely.
I did read that.
Yeah. So, DJ, what can you tell your mom? It was perfect. It was painless. It was fast. I was ready to go. Does he have children, Jill?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. He's talking about his kids. He's saying, he wants you to watch over his kids. He's saying, explain to them that he's around them all the time in spirit form. And he's saying he believed that he can help them more from the spirit world than from the human world. Interesting. Was he suffering or was it just like totally out of the blue? Was he having money problems or did he have drug problems or?
He was diagnosed like depression, bipolar when he was in high school. And, he did good for a while and then he didn't do good. But the last 10 years he'd been doing good, but I knew the demons were still there.
Yeah.
And I just want him to give us more signs. And, okay. I'm trying to recover from cancer. And, I'm just, I just hope this isn't making it worse. And I just want him, I just need to know that he's watching us and giving us signs. That's all I need.
Yeah. Okay. All right. He's talking about acorns. What's with the acorns? Do you have oak trees around you? What's with the acorns? He's saying, look for acorns. That's bizarre. Okay. Now, I think when we say acorns, I'm immediately thinking the nuts on the ground, that are falling from oak trees. But acorns can be from trees. They can be in an ad. in a magazine. They can be on a commercial. They can be on the side of a van. You may see a book with a squirrel in it with acorns or something. He's saying, look for the acorns.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means, but he's saying, look for the acorns. He said it about 4 times.
I think I do.
You think you know what that means? What does that mean?
I did my spirit animal with somebody, and the person that you had to be your animal, and mine was a squirrel.
There you go.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Look for the acorns. So the acorns are, they may be a metaphor for something with him as well. They may be sustenance, like the squirrels, they bury them in the wintertime or the fall so that they'll have food in the winter. So let's ask him if there's anything else do you have any other questions for him or?
Yeah, I would just want to know, if he met Dennis up there.
And Dennis is?
His stepdad.
He's seen him, but he's not hanging out with him.
Okay.
Is what he's saying. He says he hangs out with you all the time and his kids.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Is your mother still alive, Jill?
Yeah.
His grandmother? Yeah. He hangs out with her a lot, too. Yeah. He's saying he hangs out with your mother, his grandmother.
Okay.
So he's around you guys all the time, and you know how to talk to him, right? You say something to him, either aloud or in your head. He's going to answer you within a second. If you think about it for more than a second, that's going to be your brain talking to you. So get a hold of my book, Angelic Attendants, and if you can read that will.
I'm halfway through.
Great.
Wonderful book. Everybody needs it.
No, thanks. Hopefully it will give you some comfort. Please leave a review on Amazon, anybody, Jill, you and anybody that's listening, because it helps others find this information. Usually it's when they're most in need of comfort. And that's just how Amazon does the algorithms. So if you'd leave a review, I would really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. Okay, look for the little miracles along the way. Okay. They're plentiful, and look for the acorns, and then call back sometime and let us know when you figure out where you're seeing the acorns. But I love that that's your spirit animal. I think that's perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Jill. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, let's go back to the phones, and let's go to Julie next. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
How are you?
I am so surprised that I got through to you.
Well, here we are. I love your name.
Yeah, I love yours too.
I know. We always play this game. Well, please tell everybody where you're located.
I'm in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
All right. You got a question for me?
We've lost my mom, my father-in-law, and our little Yorkie, Missy.
Yeah.
And I've just been feeling very panicky and scared and fearful, and you've talked to me about that in the past. And, I worry about my heart because I have heart palpitations, and I don't know what that's about. And sometimes I wonder if my inner being wants to maybe pass.
No, you need hormones. That's what the heart palpitations are from. Your spirit's in your body, girl. Go get some bioidentical hormones. You need some estrogen. I'm shooting some into you right now. It'll make you feel better.
Thank you.
Okay, hang in there. Okay, go find some hormones. Take care. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see who else is holding and get them on the air. So stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see who our next caller is. Let's do another Julie. Hi, Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
How are you?
Is it me?
It's you. Okay. It's you. 314 area code. This is like the Julie triumvirate. I know. There was that Julie, and you're Julie, and I'm Julie, so we're like the trifecta of Julies here this evening.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So I'm calling in because I've talked to you before about some of my medical stuff, and right now I have a different question. It has to do with my work, and at work I feel like I have a bit of a target on my back, and with my director, it has felt like in a very bureaucratic, like politically correct, but also it feels like a hostile working environment at the moment, and very micromanaging. And so, and it's wearing on my stress levels, which do not do well with the other things going on with me right now. And, I don't want to lose my job. So I just want to know if, it doesn't mean that I don't want to do other things in my future. I just want to know if you could tell me if it's in my path to be let go from this job, or if I work hard enough and just comply with what they're asking that I can hold on to it.
Okay. Please tell all of us where you're located.
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis. Okay. So is it in Julie's best interest to remain in her current job? I get for the time being, Julie. Will you be laid off? No. Will you be terminated? No. Will you be let go? No. That's just another word for terminated. Can you change to a different department? Do you want to stay with the company? Do you like the company?
So I liked it before this director.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Are there other directors for whom you can work without this guy or or woman being your boss?
I would have to go to a different, my next step would be go back to school. And I've been kind of in limbo of not knowing what direction to take, to either stay down the road that I am right now, or to go down my true desire, which is chiropractics and homeopathy.
Okay.
That's kind of but I don't know what direction to go in at the moment. So.
What I'm getting is stay in the job that you're in the short run. Can you do the schooling part-time in the evening and remotely? So many graduate programs now are remote. Certainly when you get down to the clinical part. But from what I understand, they even work with people on that. So you do the clinicals on the weekends.
Yeah.
So
my biggest scare is that I lose the job and then I can't afford to go to school. So.
But right now that's unfounded. So, take a step, and you're making up that fear because it hasn't happened. Right. And you don't know it's going to happen. And if it does, then you'll figure it out at that time, if and when it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're being led. Have you heard me talk about the 2-minute rule, Julie?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So here's how it works. Our heads are big satellite dishes, and we receive and we transmit frequencies. Every thought originates outside of our heads in the ethers. We pull them in based on what we're thinking. And what we want to do is we all have an internal GPS system that we're born with. And if we have a thought that feels good, we're in alignment with our spirit, because spirit's based in love. If we have a thought that feels badly, we're out of alignment. And it's our GPS going, beep, 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 make a U-turn. Look at this from a different perspective. So like our GPS does in our car, when we make the wrong turn. So what we want to do is when you're feeling badly, like, I don't know that I want to start school because what if I lose my job and then I won't be able to afford it, blah, blah, blah. What you want to do is say, okay, if I lose my job and I'm in school and I can't afford it, is that going to kill me in the next 2 minutes? I call it the 2-minute rule. If it is, that's a rational fear. Get out of the road before the truck runs you over. If it's not, you're making it up. It's false. It's fake news. So, go for it. Look at the part-time programs for adult education and go for it. It's all going to work out. Take that step forward. I hope that helps.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
It does help.
Okay. Let us know what you decide. Okay.
Will do.
Take care. Bye-bye. All righty. Let's go to Regina next. Hi, Regina.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well. I'm going to get an appointment with you. But
wonderful.
Anyway, I hope everyone on the call is well. I'm so excited. I do have a question.
Okay.
I'm not feeling like 100% myself. Like I gained weight. My back is still hurting. Like I have a pain that shoots down. Like, can you tell me? Can you scan me and see like what's going on? I don't know if it's just nerves. I have a lot going on at home with family, in-laws.
Yeah. Oh, those pesky in-laws.
Well, no, he's actually very sick, so it's a worrisome.
The old in-law jokes. Yeah. Oh, those in-laws.
Yeah.
All right. Oh gosh. Yeah. All right. Where are you located, Regina?
Oh, I'm actually in Old Bridge, New Jersey. But right now I'm in Manalapan, New Jersey. Sorry about that.
Okay. New Jersey. All right. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading up to you in New Jersey.
All right.
All right. Got ya. Shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. So, are you in your own home? Is that where you live? I mean, are you staying in your own home?
Yes, I live in my own home. If I own my home, yes.
Did you guys have water damage from the hurricane?
We had water damage from a pipe in my house.
All right. Okay, because you've got mold exposure. I can see mold in your system. And in New Jersey, a lot of times it's homes that I see even all these years later that were affected in the hurricane and they weren't remediated right. So you've got mold exposure. I'm clearing it out of your system right now. Get a mold test. You can get it at the Home Depot or someplace like that, or you can have a company come in and test for it. But you have mold exposure.
Because I had mold when I had that pipe was leaking from the bathroom upstairs to the bathroom downstairs, and they had to redo my whole family room, all walls, the floor, everything had to be taken up.
That's an endocrine disruptor when you're exposed to mold, Regina, and that's weight gain can happen. So I would do another mold test and be sure that the mold spores are pretty much gone out of your house. It may be that your exposure to mold is affecting you and it's spent, even though it's remediated, you still got it. What I'm doing too is I'm doing a heavy metal detox on you right now, because when I see somebody that's been exposed to mold, I see little metal particulates in their energy fields. Oh, I love this healing. You know those big U-shaped magnets? Like they're silver and they got red little feet on them almost at the bottom.
Yes.
Two of them joined together and they're going up and down your body with the U's on either side of you. And then they turn a quarter of a turn and then they go up and down in front of you and they're pulling out metallic particles. And then they turned again and up and down and then one more quarter turn. All right. And now I'm irrigating powder out of you that's metallic powder that's too small to get pulled out into the magnet. The magnets are removed. So hopefully that will help you feel better. I would go get a mold, go get some mold test, get a mold test and check it out.
Okay. Thank you, Julie. And I did read your book and I loved it. Loved your book. Gonna read it again. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please leave a review on Amazon for me. Leave a review on Amazon for me.
Yes.
On the book.
I will. On Amazon, just go to Amazon and leave a review.
Go to Amazon, and if you type in Julie Ryan, the book will come up, and then it'll show a thing that just says you can leave a review on the book. And what I find is that it helps people find the information. When usually,
I came across you because I forgot how I found you. I think somebody told me or I had read somewhere But my father had already passed away, and I wish I would have had all of that when he had passed away. I caught you right after, I met you through the book right after he passed away. But it's okay. You know, timing is perfect. It'll serve me in my life for someone else, I'm sure.
Well, absolutely. And now you'll know to maybe share the information with somebody else. You know, the interesting thing about that book, Regina, is that Sunday school classes around the country use it in churches of all denominations, and Bible study classes have even used it. I'll get emails from churches and they'll say, we need to order 100 books. Can you give us a discount? And I'll say, yeah, I'll give you the author's price on them, and, you know, we'll get them a discount. And my parish, my Catholic church gives a copy to every family that comes in to plan a funeral. So I'm so honored.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That people do that.
It's so wonderful. God,
alrighty.
Such great work.
Thanks.
Thank you, Julie.
Hope you feel better. Take care. All right, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go to Christine next. So it'll be fun to see what Christine has to ask us. Stay with us. Welcome back. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-775-7035, and the access code is 483-620#. Now, this information is available on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, and in the show notes, anywhere you download podcasts. We're also on YouTube and Alexa. So please remember to subscribe. And I would love it if you'd leave a review at ratethispodcast.com/Julie. And then I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts about the show. And that also registers you for a free consult with me, a free 1-hour session valued at $200. And I give it away on the first Thursday of every month. So ratethispodcast.com/Julie. Call-in details can also be found on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest at Ask Julie Ryan. A reminder to call in is posted on the day of the show. And so it's got all the call-in numbers and all that jazz. Just go to one of the social media at Ask Julie Ryan and you'll see the call-in numbers. And let's see what else. Also, while you're on AskJulieRyan.com, be sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. It's a question somebody submitted online along with my answer. And then you can also schedule an appointment with me at AskJulieRyan.com. And then we'll have a whole hour to talk about whatever you wish. And it can be a combo platter. We can do health and talk to deceased loved ones and do past lives and whatever time allows. We always have a lot of fun when I get you for a whole hour. And also, you know about the reschedule button on the confirmation email that comes. There's a reschedule button at the bottom. Periodically click on that when you think about it, and new earlier appointments may show up. Multiple people reschedule every week, and that's how people get in earlier. So the best thing is get on my calendar and then check that reschedule button. Angelic attendant training. We filled up the July class, and I have 3 people in the October class already. So we've got 9 spots left for October, and that'll be the last one that I teach in 2021. And those are filling up fast, and they really are so much fun and remarkable. So if you're thinking about it, go ahead and sign up for the October class. Okay, this week, the question came in from Christy, and Christy lives in Hyde Park, Massachusetts, and she said, "Hi, Julie. I recently saw you on the Helping Parents Heal Zoom meeting. Listening to you was very helpful, and I look forward to reading your book. Thank you for all that you do to help people heal. I'm wondering if my son is still angry with me in the spirit world. We were not on the best of terms when he was murdered because I asked him to leave our home. He was bipolar and unmedicated with addiction/alcohol abuse issues, and I hadn't spoken to him in about 7 months. He was shot in the head and remained in the SICU for 2 weeks and 1 day. And because of COVID, we weren't able to be by his side as often as we wanted. The hospital staff would call us in when they thought he wasn't going to make it. Thankfully, we were there when he passed away, and I was able to tell him how much I loved him. I also told him I was sorry and that I had always loved him and would continue to love him right up until my last breath and beyond. He was heavily sedated, so I don't know if he even heard me or knew that my husband and I were there. Now my beautiful boy is gone from this earth. I would give anything to be able to speak to him and let him know how much he was loved and how much I miss him. Thank you, Christy. And here's my response. Hi, Christy. Thanks for sharing your comments about the love you have for your son. My condolences to you and your family on his passing. Regarding your questioning if he's angry with you in the spirit world, when I asked him, his answer was an instant no. And he said it very forcefully, so I put no in capitals with an exclamation point afterwards. He also told me he knows you love and miss him and wants you to know he's frequently around you. All spirits are pure love, and that includes your precious son. Any so-called, quote, negative personality traits remain with the body when someone dies. Please remember, we all choose when we go, who's with us when we go, and the circumstances that surround our deaths. Your son chose to have you and your husband with him when he passed. In addition, he was surrounded by lots of angels and spirits of many deceased family, friends, and animals. That scenario alone is a testament to the love you felt for him and the love he felt for you. He chose to go while you guys were there. So that's huge. Lastly, you can talk with him anytime you like. Just say something to him either aloud or in your head, and he'll instantly respond. It'll seem like it's your thought. How you know it's from him is his answer will come into your head within a second. If it takes longer, that'll be your brain answering you. Practice talking with him and pay attention to the answers you receive. The more you do it, the more validation you'll get, and that will give you confidence. Before long, communicating with your son will be second nature to you. Hope you find comfort in this information and from my book, Angelic Attendants, what really happens as we transition from this world into the next. Sending big hugs your way. Okay, so that was heart-wrenching when I got that email with that question. You know, I get hundreds of questions from people, and then I choose one, and that one really pulled on my heartstrings. And then today, you guys, I was talking to a woman who just lost her husband of 30 years, and she wanted to know if he knew that she loved him. And I said, of course he knows. And she said, well, can we ask him? And the husband said, yes, he knew. And then the husband's spirit said, and I wrote this down because this was so remarkable, brought me to tears. And she started sobbing when she heard this. The husband said, quote, I love you beyond all comprehension. And I thought, oh my goodness, that was just a remarkable thing for this deceased man to say to his wife who was grieving after being with him for 30 years. So spirit can give us love and comfort from the grave, and it happens all the time. And I think that was a great example of that. So just wanted to share that with you. Okay, let's go to the phones. Christine, I promise we're coming to you. And here we go. Hi, Christine. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Julie. Hi,
How are you? Hello.
Julie, this is Melda.
Oh, Melda. It says Christine. Yeah. You're fooling me. All right. Melda, I'm going to have to hold you over for the break. So I'll be right back. Hang in there. Stay with us, everybody, and we'll go to Miss Melda and see what she's got to say. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We've got Miss Melda on the phone. Let me get to her. Let me go back to you, Melda. Where are you? Here we go. Up there you are. Hi, girl.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
I'm from the Bay Area. Good.
I know. Really good. I know. You guys, I met Melda. Oh, God, Melda. What? Long time ago through a friend.
14 years ago, really.
15, probably. We've never met in person, but I met Melda when her mother was dying in Iowa, right, Melda?
Yes. Very good.
Oh my gosh, that was long before I ever thought about doing woo-woo, as a full-time gig. So, how are you?
You're such a blessing. I'm doing great. I do have a question. I have my sister, Sally, has been quite ill, and she went into the hospital, and I guess she's coming out, but I just wondered if you could scan her body.
Sure.
They did find something on her kidney, and she's had a lot of distension with her abdomen, but they didn't do any real diagnostics. So I just wondered if you could scan and see what's going on with her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll ask her permission. You know how that goes. Where is she located?
Yeah. She's in Aberdeen, Washington.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to connect you and then from you to her. Here comes my laser beam heading northwest to get to you. Okay. Got you. And then it's heading north to get into Sally. And I've scanned Sally before, I think, haven't I?
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Okay. So, Sally, I'm talking to Melda. I know it's fine. I know it's fine. Okay. Perfect. Usually when people have let me scan them at least once, then they're fine with me scanning them again. Yeah. What were her symptoms, Melda?
Well, it was actually just like COVID. I really thought she had COVID. So she had the vomiting, the sore throat, the compressions of the chest. And then she got a real distension. She felt like she was 9 months pregnant. Mm-hmm. And so we were finally able to get her to the hospital to just see if she had COVID, but she didn't.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting she's got some kind of sepsis infection. And you said they saw something in her kidneys, but the kidneys are the part of the filter, that in the liver. So what I'm doing is I'm moving that out. I'm seeing a lot of antibiotic energy get put on her. Antibiotic energy, Melda, is a hot pink color, like a fuchsia with more pink than purple in it. And there's a gentleman who is an ICU critical care specialist at, I believe it's Eastern Virginia. It's either Eastern Virginia or Western Virginia University. And his name's Paul Marik, Marik. Look up online the Marik protocol for sepsis. And he uses a combination of steroids, vitamin C, and B vitamins, thiamine. And he has a recovery rate that's just phenomenal. I saw a study where they tested 200 patients on his protocol, and he only lost 2, I think, out of 200. And sepsis is really can be really deadly. It's the number one killer in hospitals. So I get she's got some kind of a sepsis infection.
They said that she had a mass on her kidney.
Yeah, well, the big concern right now is she's septic. She's got a big old infection going on. So see if you can get her to. Is she on antibiotics?
No.
Okay. I do get that she has a mass on her kidney, but the sepsis thing is way more pressing of an issue.
They released her from the hospital today.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, tell her to start taking 1,000 milligrams of C. Ester C is good because it will, not upset her stomach. Have her do that with 50 milligrams of zinc 3 times a day at least, and have her be sure that she's getting lots of B vitamins as well. Okay.
D as in dog.
B as in boy. Yeah, D3. D3, absolutely, but B as in boy for the sepsis protocol. Okay. And then look up Dr. Paul Marik sepsis protocol, and you'll find his protocol. I have given that to people all around the world when they have a loved one who has sepsis in the hospital, and if they can get the hospital staff to use it, in every case they've gotten better. So, yeah, that's what you want.
Okay, thank you so much, Julie.
You're so welcome. I'm delighted I got to hear your sweet voice. What a surprise.
I'll call you soon.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
All right.
She's hiding under the alias of Christine, which is her daughter. So little did I know about that. All right, let's go to Miss Katie next. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Julie.
How are you, girl?
I'm doing well. We're thawed out here in Austin, so all's good.
Wonderful. Terrific. You got a question for me?
I do. I think on some of our alumni sessions, we've talked a little bit about my dad, who last week had an angioplasty. He's 87, and he did great. But he has he's scheduled for to have a stent put in next week in his carotid artery. And so we're all sending him healing, love, and energy. But I'm wondering if there's anything else that maybe you could scan for him. He at least has told me that he's open to it. And, if there's anything else that we need to be aware of before his procedure, and if we can do a little healing, before his procedure to help it, go better.
What's his first name, Katie?
His name is Jim, and he is in Punta Gorda, Florida.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to you in Austin, and he's going to ricochet back to Florida and hook into your dad, Jim. So here we go. Comes my laser beam over to you. Okay, it's ricocheted back already and heading into Florida. Bypassed me in Alabama, heading into Florida. Okay, got him. Jim, I'm talking to Katie. I know, it's fine. That's what they like to say. I know, it's fine. Okay, so I'm just scanning him, his vascular system. I'm in his left carotid. Is that the one that needs some help?
Yeah.
Yep, in his neck. Okay, so imagine his artery looks like a tube. I'm rotor-rootering it, which is I'm tunneling through the blockage. Imagine that I have a little corkscrew in there that's spinning very fast, Katie, and then we'll irrigate it. It's morcellating the buildup, and then it's being irrigated, and then I'm pouring stem cell energy in there to help regenerate the walls of that artery, that carotid artery in the left side of his neck. Right side isn't as bad as the left side, but I'm gonna do the same thing on the right side. Let's just tell him we'll probably increase his IQ by a few points because we'll give him more blood flow to his brain by doing this healing. Yeah. All right, doing the left side. He's gonna do fine. He's going to do fine. I would, what I was just talking with Melda about, get him on the C, zinc, D3, get him on that regimen. If they don't want him to do it pre-op, get him on it fast post-op, and it will help him heal really quickly.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
He knows that.
Okay. Take care. Thanks for calling, Katie.
Okay.
Bye. Bye-bye. All right, let's go to Marcia next. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Marcia. Marcia. I have Marcia 401-447 number. Are you muting yourself? Do you need to get off mute? Well, okay.
Is that better?
There you go. There you are. Yes. Wonderful.
Yes.
You were in hiding.
I was in hiding. Yes.
You were in hiding with your voice. How are you?
I'm okay. But I just had a question. I'm having some medical problems.
Okay.
Like digestive, and I'd like to know what's going on there.
Okay.
If I could have a body scan.
Yeah. Where are you located?
I'm in East Greenwich, Rhode Island.
Okay. All right. And digestion issues, are they new or have you had them for a while?
I've had them for about 4 months.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to connect to you and get you on my radar. So you got yeast, overgrowth, gas, bloating. Are you having those issues? Reflux?
Yes.
Brain fog?
Yeah.
Does your rear end itch? I call that itchy butt syndrome. You have to say it really fast.
Yes.
Itchy butt syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all yeast. Those are all yeast. You want to email me Marcia, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com. I'll send you a link to a gut biome test that will tell you what the ecosystem is in your gut. And more importantly than that, it will tell you what the best foods are for you to eat and what the best foods are for you to avoid. And that will help. And then you want to get somebody to do a prescription for Nystatin for you. Nystatin, like New York and Staten Island. Nystatin.
Yeah.
That's an antifungal.
What is that for, Nystatin?
That's an antifungal. It's an antifungal.
Oh, an antifungal.
And that will help clear it up right away. So I hope you feel better. Thanks for calling in.
All right, thanks.
You bet. All righty, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Okay, let's go back to the phones. And our next caller is Michael. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Julie. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for your patience.
My question is, I've had this ongoing pain in my stomach since about May of 2020 and done CT scans, x-rays, colonoscopy, EGD, blood draws, urine, stool. Just can't find out what's causing it. So I was wondering if you could do a scan or give me some insight as to what may be going on.
Sure. Be delighted to. Michael, where are you located?
Reno, Nevada.
Reno. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here comes my laser beam. Heading out to you in Reno, northwest of me. Okay. Way northwest of me. Far. Okay. Got you. Yeah. Yeast again. What I was just talking with Marcia about. Do you have gas, bloating, indigestion, heartburn? Does your rear end itch? Do you have brain fog? Any of those symptoms, Michael?
Yeah, a few of those symptoms.
Yeah. Email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com. I will send you a link to get the gut biome test done. That's really helpful because it will give you an idea of what the foods are that are going to be best for you to eat and what the foods are for you to avoid. Some of which are you may be eating because you think they're healthy and they are, but they're just not healthy for you right now. So I would do that. And then, like I said to Marcia, get somebody to do a prescription for you for Nystatin. Nystatin, like statin from Staten Island and NY at the beginning, like New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what happens is if I stand up and walk, 5 or 10 steps, it just hurts so bad. The pain will go up to like a 9 or a 10. I'll have to sit down or lay down to kind of get my breath back, and I'll feel weak.
Yep. Gut biome. You got a yeast overgrowth. And that can come from a lot of things. It can come from steroids, antibiotics, exposure to mold, lots of different things. But I would try the gut biome test. You can do it at home. You don't need a doctor's order. It comes with a phone app, and it'll tell you what your superfoods are. And food is the best medicine, Michael. So that would be my recommendation. In the meantime, I did for you what I did for Marcia, which is I cleaned the yeast out of your system and fixed and did a healing on your leaky gut. When I say it's spirit working through me and with me to facilitate healing. And that would be a place to start. The other thing that you may want to do, and same with you, Marcia, if you're still listening, is to go to IFM, Institute for Functional Medicine. Go to ifm.org, and they will have doctors in your area. Just put in your zip code, and they'll show you who the doctors are in your area, and they can help you too. A lot of mainstream doctors aren't really familiar with yeast overgrowth, which is why all those tests have been inconclusive that you've had done.
And that would cause the pain when I walk?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Because it just wipes me out.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good place to start. IFM.org.
IFM.org. Okay.
Now,
there's no signs of cancer there. I'm being treated for lung cancer, but that was contained to the right lung. So
Yeast.
So
I'm seeing yeast.
Yeast, huh?
Yeast overgrowth. Yeah.
Okay.
The good news is it's easy to fix and it doesn't cause any permanent damage. It's fixed with diet and nystatin. So.
How long would it take for that to clear up?
It depends on how much you have. Everybody's different. But, it could be a few months, but it's worth getting on the protocol. So I'm going to try and get another caller on in the time we have left. But thanks so much,
Julie, and I'll set up an appointment with you.
Okay, just shoot me an email and I'll send you the link to that gut biome test too. Thanks, Michael.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Julie.
Bye. All right, let's go to Marion. Hi, Marion.
Hello.
Hi, Marion.
Let me turn off my earpiece.
Yeah, sounds like you got an old-fashioned fax machine going.
Yeah, I know. No, old telephone or something.
Oh my gosh, where are you? Where are you located?
I'm in Yucca Valley, California.
Yucca Valley. Yeah. You got a quick question for me? We just got a couple minutes left.
Yep. I just want to know if you could do a scan on me because I have lots of low back pain and just the feeling, no energy kind of thing. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Got you on my radar. Low back pain. Left side, low back looks inflamed. Inflammation looks like red fog on body parts. Let me get that calmed down with some anti-inflammatory energy. See, you got a little bit of a bulging disc going on. Low back, girl. What did you do? Did you hurt yourself?
I don't know. Not recently that I know of. I just know that it when I turn, it's just like constantly nagging, and then it feels like it's loose, where it clicks all the time. It's very irritating.
Yeah. Go see a chiropractor. They'll get you back in line. I just watched a chiropractic adjustment happen, and what I did was I propped up those vertebrae in the lower part of the left side of your back, Marion, and put that disc back in. And then there's this really fine netting that gets applied from the upper vertebra to the lower vertebra, and it will hold that disc in place. The thing that's so funny about this netting, it reminds me of fish netting that you'd get a goldfish out of a fish bowl with, When I'll go in years later, after I've watched that healing, that netting is still in place in people's backs. Wow. It's a riot. So I'm doing that. I did that. That will help. The chiropractic adjustment did your spine. You a little bit, you were like the little leaning tower of Marion, leaning to the left a little, your skeletal system. Okay.
I do have a little bit of scoliosis, so that's probably part of it.
Yeah. Let's fix that. Actually, the curvature goes to the right in the low back. So 2 rods on either side of your back. Your spine is heated with a laser to make it pliable, like a potter with clay that can be molded. I'm watching 2 rods go towards the center. That's going to line your spine up. I watch this healing all the time. And then your spine is heated again. And then what happens is those rods fall off and disappear, and your spine is straightened. So I hope that helps with your pain. Go see the chiropractor, though. That'll help a lot.
Okay, I will. Thank you very
much. Thanks for calling. Take care. Okay, everybody, that's it for this week. We got a bunch of callers on. I think I got about 16 or 17 callers on this week. So that's a lot in the time we have together. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a great weekend and a terrific next week, and meet us back here next Thursday night. For those of you I didn't get on, please call back and I'll do my best to get you on next week.
Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan, and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.